Hello again, everyone.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Steph, and this is the
Jeff and
Steph Show. Today we'll be taste testing chocolate chip cookies. They're an all-time favorite snack, enjoyed by even some of the most pickiest eaters.
This will be a two-part series, and in this first video, we'll be doing the original or crispy cookies, and in the next video, we'll be doing the soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies. So let's bring them on out.
Okay, today's chocolate chip cookies are going to be Chips Ahoy Original Chocolate Chip Cookies. We have the Great Value Chippers Chocolate Chip Cookies. We have the Keebler Simply Made Chocolate Chip Cookies. We have the Lil Dutch Maid Chocolate Chip Flavored Cookies. And last but not least, we have the Pepperidge Farm Thin and Crispy Milk Chocolate Chip Cookies. This is the Chips Ahoy Original Chocolate Chip Cookie.
Let's try this one.
Let's see. Pretty crispy.
Crispy, that's for
Pretty
sure.
Chocolate chippy.
Chocolate chips, I tasted chocolate chips. That's what I'm
huge
always worried about.
chocolate chip underneath. Look at that big old brown spot.
So you taste the chocolate chips, make sure there's no bad aftertaste. That's the other thing I don't like. So for our Chips Ahoy, let's go ahead and rate the color, taste, texture, smell, and packaging. And we'll go ahead and put those up on the screen once we're done. But yeah, we're gonna go and write down our scores of what we think about this Chips Ahoy cookie. So we averaged up our score and we came out with a total of, well, my score came out to a 66.6. So this ranked as the devil's cookie. Chips Ahoy Original, who would have thought? But yeah, these are my scores, popped up on the screen somewhere over here or here, wherever I put them. And my total was 66.6.
And mine today was a 76.4. Jeff, that gets me thinking. Your score just probably was a comment to us staying in a haunted hotel.
Oh, yes, a haunted hotel.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. And for the next one, we have those Great Value Chippers Chocolate Chip Cookie.
These are a generic brand that we've got at Walmart. And so far, they look just like Chips Ahoy. I mean, I don't see much of a difference.
Smells a little different.
I feel like it's a little crunchier. Interesting.
Tastes just about the same.
That's true. And I like cookies. I could eat cookies all day, every meal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Did you know that the Cookie Monster didn't really eat chocolate chip cookies on his show?
What? That was my childhood.
Rice cakes with brown dots painted on them.
Rice
what
cakes.
A jip.
They
didn't want to waste the good old chocolate chip cookies.
I guess you're not going to waste chocolate chip cookies, but that's interesting.
Waste rice cakes instead.
So let's go ahead and give these our ratings.
For me, these rated a 74.4. It dropped exactly 2 points from my Chips Ahoy, only based on packaging because it has that Great Value name rather than the Chips Ahoy name. And also for the texture, it dropped. It is a little harder.
I would agree. I would agree. That's where it fell on mine. The texture fell a couple points because it seems a little bit harder, I guess. And then the taste, I did it 1 point less. It's so close to the Chips Ahoy cookies. It was unbelievable, but.
And it smelled more like dark chocolate than milk.
Yeah. My final score was 65.4. And we'll go ahead and put up our other score for color, taste, texture, and smell somewhere on the screen there. Let's take a look at our next cookie.
Okay. Next up is the Keebler Simply Made Chocolate Chip Cookies.
Ooh. I don't know. I don't really smell much.
I do.
They look hard and crispy like the other ones. They look like they have less chocolate chips in them though. Less chocolate chip cookies.
Got a little dozen.
You inhale it.
Oh.
It tastes more like what are those?
Good.
Butter cookies? I think they're butter cookies maybe. Those crunchy other hard cookies. You get them in a tin at Christmas. Remember those? That's what they taste like.
Very flaky.
They are. They're totally making a mess. All right, so I've rated mine. How about you?
Yep, I'm done. Let's hear it.
All right, so mine actually went down a little bit in a couple categories, specifically texture and taste. I thought the texture and taste weren't up to, I don't know if I was using Chips Ahoy as a standard. This went down. My total score came out to 64.2. And yeah, the packaging went up. I gave it a little more for the packaging just because I kind of like the Keebler elf on it. The yellow, I don't know, the package design is pretty nice. But yeah.
Mine also went down a few points. It came down to a 71, specifically on, well, the color, all three, they all look exactly the same. The taste went down for me. Doesn't have that real chocolatey taste. The smell doesn't have that chocolatey smell that I thought. And texture, it just kind of fell apart.
So what was your overall score?
71.
Oh, 71. I thought
Yep.
that was just for the packaging. Very
81
neat.
for the packaging.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's bring out our next cookie to try.
Okay. Hey, before we move on, did you know that in 1938, Ruth Graves Wakefield added chunks of a semi-sweet chocolate bar to a cookie,
Wow.
thus inventing the first ever chocolate crunch cookie
Chocolate
to
crunch
be
cookie.
renamed the chocolate chip cookie, as you all know today.
I am glad she did it.
Yes, me too. Now let's move on to the Lil Dutch chocolate chip flavored cookie.
A chocolate chip flavored that's written on the package has me worried.
It is a little bit a larger
Can they just
size.
say chocolate chip cookie? I don't know.
It's a little bit larger. Than
Smells
the others.
good. I like the smell much better than the other one. It actually has a smell, so. I like the taste. It's kind of you know what it tastes like? It tastes like an animal cracker.
Kind of.
Animal crackers. That's what this tastes like.
Animal crackers with chocolate chip chunks. Chocolate chips in it.
It's supposed to be crispy.
It
I
kind of
just think it's
tastes
a little
kind
chewy,
of
like an animal cracker.
stale almost.
But it's not stale. All right, let's get to writing down our scores. For mine, it went up a little bit on a couple categories. I thought the taste was kind of good. I increased the score on the taste a little bit. On the smell, it went up. Packaging went down a little. I thought the packaging was kind of basic. Overall, my score came out to a 66.8, which is so far my top
Better
one.
than the first score. Mine came out to a 69.8.
Oh,
Okay.
is that less than your other ones?
It is. It is
Oh.
the so far the lowest rated somehow. Went down on texture. It still the same color scheme as all the other chocolate chip cookies. It's a flat 79 across the board. Taste did go up from the Keebler, but not as much as the Chips Ahoy or the Great Value.
Interesting.
And packaging was pretty generic also.
It was generic, but I liked it. Tastes like an animal cookie, so or an animal cracker, one of the two.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alrighty.
so let's bring out our next cookie to try.
Okay, next up, we have the last but not least Pepperidge Farm thin and crispy milk chocolate chip cookies.
This one looks good. This almost looks like a home-baked cookie. And it's not perfectly
Pretty
round,
thin.
and it looks like somebody took some time to make this.
It's thinner on one side, thicker on the other.
Very interesting.
Not very uniform at all. Yours is not.
No,
does
no.
not look like mine.
That is true. They kind of
Comparatively.
look all homemade. Let's try them. It actually kind of tastes like the Keebler ones. Doesn't that what it reminds? It reminds me of that Keebler one. Except for I taste the chocolate more.
I taste the chocolate more. I do like this more than the Keebler. These are kind
little
of
bit.
a crunchy but kind of melt in your mouth type of cookie.
These are crispy.
Maybe because they are so thin. But I think definitely has a better taste than a Keebler.
I do too. I do agree.
Very homemade-like.
That's what I like, the homemade kind of
Straight
cooking.
from your mother's kitchen.
Ain't that true? Okay, so let's go ahead and rank these or give it a rating.
So today my average for the Pepperidge Farm came out to a 74.2.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. My great value beat it out by 0.2 points.
I gave the Pepperidge Farm a 68, which makes it my top favorite. So.
Okay, now we're going to let you know how they ranked. So we're going to let you know from worst to best.
Yep. So my worst was Keebler.
My worst was the Lil Dutch Maid.
Gosh, I like the Lil Dutch Maid.
That's interesting.
My next worst was the Classic Chipper, which is that great value brand. You know, the knockoff Walmart brand or Whole Foods, one of the two, wherever we got that. I think we got that at Walmart. I think that's the Walmart brand.
Yeah. My number 4 was the Keebler.
Oh.
So it's still down there at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. Moving up to number 3 is the Chips Ahoy. It was in the middle of the pack. I kind of, you know, that's one that I know well from eating when I was a kid. And yeah, that's middle of the pack for me. It's a little better than the Classic Chipper. Not as good as the other two.
And that ranked my Pepperidge Farm for that one.
So Pepperidge Farm is number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me, Pepperidge
Very
Farm.
interesting.
That is interesting.
My number 2 was the Lil Dutch Maid. So I kind of like that one. It, I don't know. It was just different. I liked it.
Funny.
The big cookie.
That's funny because my second was the Great Value. I actually found that to be very good. Very similar to the Chips Ahoy. So if you're trying to save a little bit of money, you could probably get that Great Value chippers and it tastes just the same.
Yeah, sometimes those store brands actually are pretty good.
Pretty close, yeah.
So
okay.
my number one. Bum, bum, bum. Number 1 is Pepperidge Farm. I just like the package. It's in a little like almost bag. I don't know. It's different than the rest of them. Now you don't get as many cookies as like the Chips Ahoy or some of these other huge packages, family size packages that we got. But yeah, Pepperidge Farm. I kind of like the little home cooked looking cookies that you get. The crispy little cookies. Pretty good.
They were pretty good, but a little too thin to make it to my number 1. So my number 1 will be Chips Ahoy.
Ooh.
They're the all-time, you know, favorite. They're a well-known brand of cookie, and it just topped my charts.
I think if Nestle were to sell cookies, we can get a ton of cookie dough from Nestle or recipes, but they're one of the original ones. But I couldn't find anybody who actually sold the Nestle cookies pre-packaged like this. So maybe we can go out and look for some somewhere else, but not today.
And if you want to celebrate your National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, you can celebrate that on May 15th or August 4th. For you indecisive people out there,
I'm just going to celebrate it both days.
Yeah, we love chocolate chip cookies so much. There are 2 days that we celebrate it.
That's right. So, thank you for watching this episode. If you would be kind enough to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the like button, that'd be great.
And if you want to let us know what your favorite chocolate chip cookies, don't forget to leave that in the comment section below. See you later.
Bye.